Let's talk about the top 5 early symptoms of prostate enlargement. And if you're new here, I make weekly content on all things men's health related. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe. So this is a question I get asked all the time in the gym. A lot of guys are concerned about their prostate health because they have a family history of prostate cancer, or maybe they heard some other scary things about it. And the thing is, when we hear the word prostate, the first thing that comes to mind is cancer. But there are other issues that affect the prostate besides cancer, one of which is prostate enlargement. Now, I've done a couple videos on prostate enlargement, or what we call BPH in the medical field. But today, I want to talk more about the early symptoms, because sometimes these early symptoms can be really subtle and go unnoticed for quite some time. And by the time guys do notice them, the condition has already progressed to a point where it's much harder to treat. So it's important to understand what those early symptoms are so you can catch it early if it does happen. So the first early symptom is going to be a change in urine. So typically what we see with guys who have an enlarged prostate is they might find that they have to strain a little harder to empty their bladder. They might find that they dribble quite a bit after they urinate. Or they might find that they stop and start while they're urinating. They might even find that they have kind of a weak stream of urine. Now, these are all pretty classic signs of prostate enlargement. And if you're experiencing any of these, it's important to go see your doctor and get checked out because it could be a sign of something more serious. The second early symptom of prostate enlargement is going to be more of a feeling of incomplete bladder emptying or just a general discomfort around the area. So what we find with guys who have an enlarged prostate is the prostate itself puts pressure on the urethra, which is the tube that carries urine from the bladder. And so when it puts pressure on that tube, it makes it difficult for urine to flow, which can lead to a feeling of incomplete bladder emptying. It's like when you go to the bathroom and you feel like you still have some urine left over in your bladder. The third early symptom is going to be increased urinary frequency. Now, this is usually more common at night. So what we find is guys will wake up 1 or 2 times a night to urinate. And sometimes it can be pretty significant. It can be very bothersome and disruptive to sleep. The fourth early symptom is going to be pain during ejaculation, or pain during intercourse. Now, this is because the prostate sits right underneath the bladder and behind the pubic bone. And so when it enlarges, it can put pressure on the urethra and the tubes that carry semen. And that pressure can lead to some discomfort or pain during ejaculation or intercourse. And then the fifth early symptom is going to be a burning pain or discomfort during urination. Now, this can be a sign of an infection in the prostate, but it can also be a sign of prostate enlargement. When the prostate is enlarged, it can kind of block the flow of urine, which can lead to a buildup of bacteria in that area. And that can lead to an increased risk of infection. So these are 5 early symptoms of prostate enlargement that you should be aware of. The thing is, these symptoms can be really subtle and often go unnoticed for a long time. And by the time guys do notice them, the condition has already progressed to a point where it's much harder to treat. So it's important to understand what these early symptoms are and to get checked out if you do experience them. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment below. I always appreciate your feedback. And if you know someone who could benefit from this information, please go ahead and share it with them. And as always, I'll see you next time.